Welcome back. I'm Teresa Harding. I'm excited you joined me. This is our fourth video in the playlist, the series about feeling broken, because I got such an overwhelming response of people who needed that. And so I've broken it down into 6 different videos, and this one we're going to be talking about how feeling broken can harm or enhance your life. And it really is a choice. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. In the last video, we talked about how is feeling broken really a bad thing. If you haven't seen that way, you need to go back and watch it. It's really powerful because we are humans and we are powerful. And today I want to navigate the labyrinth of corridors of human emotion. Human emotions are so complicated. Each of us feel a myriad of emotions in a moment sometimes, certainly in a day, and specifically a feeling that each one of us at some point or another has dealt with the feelings of brokenness, feeling like we're broken, feeling like we're not fixable. Now, the word broken often makes you think of something that's no longer functional, something that is discarded, that you don't want anymore. But in the realm of human emotion, brokenness is not so linear. It's not it's good or it's bad. It can simultaneously be a force that tears us down, or it can push us up to new horizons. It depends on how we handle it. It depends on the stories we tell ourselves. Feeling broken, there's no question. It can undoubtedly harm us. Let's explore that for just a moment, because this is important. First of all, physical and mental toll. It's hard enough when it's a short period of time, but when it's extended periods of emotional distress, it can manifest itself physically in a lot of different ways, from fatigue to actual illness, physical illness, to anxiety, to depression. It's a really big deal. We become more susceptible to negative health impacts when our spirits feel crushed. We just don't have as much to give physically or mentally or in any way. And so everything that our body is asking of us, we're not giving as much. We just don't have as much to give. Number 2 is isolation. Often in our brokenness, we build walls, which is the very last thing that needs to happen. We need other people and we need support. But we all know what it feels like. You feel alone, you feel like you have to protect yourself, and so you build these walls. We retreat from people who we love. We're convinced that they can't understand our pain. They don't know what it's like. We're afraid they're going to judge us. And this isolation can further exacerbate the feelings of loneliness and despair. So it's extremely important that we don't do that. Number 3 is stagnation, a sense of defeat. It can paralyze us. We can become caught in this loop of negative thoughts and negative feelings that make it so challenging to move forward, to the point where we feel like we can't. That's not true, but we feel it and it seems so real. However, these same feelings of brokenness can also enhance our life. They can act as a catalyst for profound personal growth and for transformation. Think about it. When you're about to make a leap, you don't just leap forward. First, you have to go backwards. You go back so that you can gain the momentum so that you can make a bigger leap and see success and progress in that jump. That's what happens when you feel broken. You feel broken down, you feel dark, you feel alone, you feel isolated, but it is the catalyst. It is the thing that will launch you forward to the next best thing. And if you want this transformation, you need to realize how important this moment of feeling broken is in the whole scheme of this progress. Because number 1, it creates empathy and compassion. You have way more empathy, way more understanding, way more compassion for the people around you because you have felt broken. Our struggles allow us to understand and resonate with the pain of other people. And this heightened sense of empathy is actually a bridge. It bridges the gap to more meaningful and deeper relationships, connections that we would not have been able to make and certainly wouldn't have been so deep if we had not experienced the feeling of brokenness. Number 2, resilience. Every time we piece ourselves back together, because no matter how much we don't want to have to do it, that's what we have to do. We piece ourselves back together. We develop resilience. I cannot tell you one thing that I've achieved that I'm proud of that didn't come at the end of periods of brokenness as I was trying to achieve. And the things I had to learn and I had to grow and I had to face about myself. It creates resilience. It creates this innate inner is this strength that enables us to face future challenges with a stronger spirit. You know it. You know it's true. We just don't like the feeling when we're in the middle of going through it. And the third thing is clarity. It's the craziest thing because it's a paradox. Sometimes we need to fall apart to see ourselves more clearly. When we fall apart, we see the different pieces. We see the broken pieces. And in our moment of this brokenness, we again gain insights into our core values, our desires, our aspirations. We're able to prioritize our lives and everything about us in a different way because we see it from a different perspective. The perspective of everything's going great and my life is wonderful, you are not going to see the underside and the things that need to be worked on, the things that need to change, the things that will redirect your life where it needs to go. And the fact that there are these two sides to brokenness, that it can harm us or it can help us, it reminds me of a quote by legendary Leonard Cohen. He said, "There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." Our moments of brokenness, whether we perceive them as harmful or enhancing, contain within them the potential for illumination. But here's the challenge and the choice. When faced with brokenness, do we let the darkness envelop us? Or do we search for that sliver of light, no matter how faint it is? Because I promise you, it is there. This is a journey, not a destination. The happiness is not a destination. It's learning how to navigate the journey and having moments of happiness along the way. Some days finding that light is easy. Other days it is a Herculean task and it feels impossible. But it is always there. It's waiting for us to discover it. It is guiding us toward a fuller understanding of ourselves and the world around us. So if there's one message that I would like you to take away from this, it is embrace the entirety of your experience, the pain and the joy. Don't ever underestimate the purpose of the trial. In every crack, in every fragment of our being, in every crack, in every fragment of our being, there lies an opportunity to rediscover and redefine ourselves. Don't ever take that for granted. I don't want you to just think different.